It's the Gay Man News with your host, Karen Deep Singh, the Gay Man News.
Hi.
Now, this is obviously, well, on my side, it's obviously for the Republic. I guess they're doing the Gay Man News over there. So, where the fuck did he go? Well, okay, he's back. Well, it's another episode. Everybody saw my reaction to the debate, to the Trump Tucker interview, to the other stuff. This new episode is going to be Karen Deep's reaction to the debates, to his daddy DeSantis and his granddaddy Trump with Tucker, with the Tuck. So I guess we'll get started, Karen Deep. What were your thoughts? What were your overall thoughts? We're gonna get into winners, losers. We're gonna get into specific candidates, but and I'll share a little bit of my thoughts, even though I did a full episode on that. Just what was your overall thoughts on the debate? Just um, just overall generic, broad thoughts, and then we'll get into detail.
Um, I do remember one of the episodes I mentioned how Democrats like to bring in the old same shtick, you know, within like the past presidential elections. Even like the Republican Party kind of does do the same thing. Like they really do. It's like they take out the can, recycle, and then bring in the whole same can again. It's reusable pretty much.
Yeah.
Um, Everyone else was pretty bland. I think Ron even fell off really hard. I didn't. There were a couple of parts where you mentioned there was like, okay, that's fine. You know, with him talking about Florida, how he's doing well in Florida, and then the George Soros funding and stuff like that. That's fine. You know, it wasn't like he was completely like off the rail, but you can easily tell that like he was legit scripted as well. Um, Chris Christie, as usual, big piece of donkey crap. Uh, Dude, he's like a feminine. Dude's a massive, massive feminine. He
Also,
gets so pissed off. It's like that one part where Vivek was like shitting on him, and Christy was like, "No, hold on. I'm getting sick and tired of this. I'm getting sick and tired of this." And he calls Vivek a chat GPT, and it, dude sounds like a legit feminine. Um, and then you got Mike Pence, bland as usual. The fact that he's gonna use like religion and as his like I guess like as his main
but that's his
point.
main thing, he's
Yeah,
carrying.
yeah, it's his
Yeah,
it's his main
that's his
thing.
vote.
But the problem is that like it's not gonna get him over.
Yeah.
That's the reality. And
Did you notice
bro,
Mike was trying to say things that Trump did was actually him? Did you hear? You've heard that, right? It's like he when he was saying
I
that
think yeah, I think I did heard
about the border policy, about the Russia, about
right,
he was
right.
like, I did that. And I'm like, wait a second, you didn't do anything, really. You kind of did
No,
nothing
he didn't
as
do
president.
anything.
You're
He
just
was taking
there.
all the credits pretty much.
You
Yeah,
were just
exactly.
standing
He was just there. Trump was holding your hands. Come on.
there.
Asa Hutchinson, nobody gives a shit. Like, I don't like his voice. I
I
don't like
mean,
how he
who
talks.
cares? I mean, he's Ada. Who cares about Ada? I call him Ada now. Trump calls him Ada, so I'm like, it fits. He's Ada. I heard somebody saying that he was like,
Oh, that's who he. Oh, because I remember him mentioning Ada, and
Ada. Yeah, he was
he was
just,
like, and he was like, "No, don't worry about it. Like, I don't get in trouble."
I don't know again.
Like,
So yeah,
who's
that was funny.
Ada?
That was funny.
That makes
And
sense.
then I was listening to, so I was listening to Crowder's cast, dude, hilarious. Everybody on there, even Crowd. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Crowder, but everybody else on there, dude, everybody was hilarious, dude. They made a joke about Ada Hutchinson. They were trying to say that looked like he was Joe Biden's cousin or something, and like they were trying to do
But
but it was like hilarious. All the things they were saying about everybody on there, that their commentary was hilarious because they did a live
it
too.
was it was very pale too.
Yeah, he's so pale. He looked.
Um,
I thought he was Mike Pence's brother. That's what he looked like to me. He was just like, but their
Probably
commentary, the
is.
whole thing was hilarious. I really watched. I watched the debate through them really because I didn't want to watch it. Like watching it alone was kind of like bland. because I'm kind of tired of the debates. I know what everybody's gonna say at this point. It's like to me, I get it.
Yeah.
So I'll listen to them, dude. Hilarious. We need to do a live debate cast one next time or something because that was
No,
hilarious.
we will. We will for
Yeah,
sure.
that was hilarious.
Yeah, we will for sure. Yeah, it's the same boring stuff. It's like they also don't even talk about like the policies that they want to bring out. You know,
Yeah,
it's like we need to move forward and do what's right, and also they bash on Trump and they bash on Biden. Well, here's the thing: bashing on you might as well let Biden bash on himself. To save your energy on like on Biden, you don't need to bash Biden. He's doing that to himself, honestly. But it's still funny, like regardless.
it's like,
Um,
but they don't bash him. I feel like they bash him, but it's like they follow his Ukraine policy. Everybody there
they
except for
do,
Vivek is following his Ukraine
except for
policy.
Vivek, yeah.
Yeah. Well, he said its name is Vivek.
Uh,
I
well,
don't
they're
get it.
white. They can't even say it
He said
more easily,
Vivek
right?
like cake. Well, it's like, all right. That's what he said. Vivek
um,
cake.
Tim Scott was pretty boring as well.
Yeah,
And
he was like a non-factor. Like I forgot he was.
he's a yeah. I mean, he's a nice guy, but I don't know. And Nikki Haley was pretty boring as well. There was
Except on
one part
abortion.
she mentioned. She
Except
mentioned
for
one part
abortion.
about. Oh yeah.
That was really the part where people said, I mean, throughout, like Ukraine and abortion were her main moments. I disagree with her on Ukraine, but at least she came out as feisty. Like she did, like her not wanting to, because she and Vivek kind of went into it. If you remember that part about
Yeah, she
Ukraine,
did. Yeah, she did. Yeah.
and
They were literally like pointing fingers at each other. I really thought they were
yeah,
slapping shit out of each other. Bitch ass
you're
motherfucker.
not
Beat
real
your ass
Indian.
up.
I'm the real Indian.
I'm the real Indian. Beat
Imagine
your ass
Vivek
woman.
comes out, he comes out with an accent. He's like, "You're not the real Indian, Nikki. I am the real Indian. My name is Vivek, like cake."
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. And then yeah, Nikki Haley, she had those two moments, but you're right. Aside from that, it was bleh. I mean, it's just not there, you know?
Yeah, and then she also mentioned about like climate change, like India and China. Um, everyone's heard that pretty much.
Yeah,
But
it's
it's like how are you gonna like get them to stop, polluting
right.
whatever they're doing,
And then the last one was Dougie.
Yeah,
Dougie
I
B.
didn't know who he was. Dude looks like fucking a vampire, Dracula or something. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? I don't even know his name. Apparently he's like a
Who was that? You just watch. I can just imagine you're just watching it. You're like, who the fuck is that?
I just want to bring out like the Conor McGregor moment. Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'm just imagining you now. And you're just like, wait, who the fuck is this? Who the fuck is this vampire?
Yeah, like it was so
Yeah,
yeah.
I knew who he was because I've heard him do interviews on like Breaking Points. He actually went on Breaking Points with Crystal and Saga and like got pretty heated with Crystal because she's obviously the progressive on there.
Mhm,
But like, he
mhm.
wasn't. He went on there and he was like, this is what I believe in. I'm for it. But he's just like corporate Republican. I did think his talks about energy, but I think he had this underrated moment when he talked about abortion because I've been saying the same things that he was and that Nikki was pretty much about the federal abortion ban. Because there's interesting parts to the debate that I thought we'll get into them in depth, but yeah. What did you feel
Yeah.
about like
I
the
mean,
moderation?
he did mention about like the energy, stuff like that, which was pretty interesting.
Yeah, because
I
that's
didn't
his,
mind that
and
part.
that's really his expertise. I don't think he'll be president. Nobody does. I mean, you just found out who he was, which is kind of a problem for him. But
Yeah.
it's like if he's an energy secretary, he'd be way better than who's there now.
Well, it wouldn't be a problem if I just knew well, I mean,
No,
yeah,
I'm
but
saying
like
for him, for him.
yeah, but like compared to like, oh, actually, yeah, okay, yeah, I get what you're saying. I
Yeah,
get what
it's like
you're
the fact that someone like you actually follow Republican politics. You just found out about this dude just at the debate. And it's like you didn't even know who he was when he was like when they showed his picture. You're just sitting there like, wait, what the fuck? Who is this dude? Who's this white guy?
saying.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's his problem. Nobody knows who the hell he is, and nobody knew who
yeah.
he
No,
was after this.
yeah, no, I was gonna mention like about I was gonna compare it to him and Vivek because I didn't know who Vivek was, but like we knew Vivek like the past couple of months, but he did came out very strong.
But
Um,
Known.
unlike
Vivek was known before he ran because he had that book. I think it was called what Woke Inc. or something like that. And then
yeah,
he
yeah,
went
right,
around giving these speeches on stuff. We never thought he'd run for president, but like he was kind of like known among some Republicans online, just online really. They don't really have a constituency because they never held office, but just online.
right.
Yeah. So like, but
Not sure.
Burton is like
Yeah,
you're the governor of a state. Nobody knows you though.
mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
he's the legit governor of a state, and nobody knows you. That's kind of a problem on his part.
What's it again? North
North
Dakota?
Dakota, yeah,
Or
but
is
we
it
know
South?
South Dakota's
No,
governor.
South.
I mean, we know who South Dakota's governor is.
Mm-hmm.
Kirsten Noem. She's from a small
Yeah,
state, just like him, but people know her. Nobody knows him.
right,
Yeah, it's like,
right.
where the hell are you? Like, what the fuck are you doing on here? Are you lost? But
Oh, where am I?
where are you? It's like, I don't know where I am. Where's my seat?
Where do I stand?
Yeah, it's like, what did you think about like the moderators? Because I felt like at some point for me, I didn't mention this on the last episode, but for me, I thought that they were actually nice and polite, but they weren't really great at controlling the crowd or controlling them when they were arguing. It just fell apart.
No, yeah, it kind of did fall apart. Yeah, it wasn't like it was super bad. There was one moment they asked a weird question about that singer. What was the name?
Yeah, I hate that was the first
Rich,
question.
Rich something. What was his name?
Well, the men of the men north of Virginia. Yeah, it's this song that came out. I don't know if we're gonna do a reaction to it today. I've heard the song. The first verses are great, but they lose me when they get into it because we'll talk about them later. But that was a stupid question
Mhm.
to ask. I felt
Yeah, wasn't that
stupid question.
no? It was like the second question they asked, right?
Yeah, and they just yeah, and they
It
asked
wasn't the
it.
first one.
It was like they asked it to DeSantis, and it was like, the fuck is he gonna say about it? He's gonna be like, well, in Florida, we actually listen to that song nonstop because in Florida, what I've done as governor, it's like, all right, man, you don't need the script, and that's what I appreciate from Vivek. You never felt it was scripted, except for the first things he said that was I did not like. I heard it before, and it took me a while to realize, but the first things he said about, hey, I'm a skinny Indian dude I'm a skinny dude with a weird last name. Remember when he opened up with
Uh,
that?
I I didn't I didn't really find that a problem. I mean, he didn't really ask. He didn't really answer the question, but I
Yeah.
didn't really.
The problem was that that's not, you know who said that, right? That
Obama.
that what Vivek said is almost word for word what Obama said in 2004 at the convention. It was
Okay,
word for word, and that to
it
me
was kind of
frightened me. That to me it didn't frighten me, but it was like I don't understand where this is coming from, because tribalism is the Democratic Party's thing, not our thing. We don't look at people by race, but I think he for a second, and this is probably I'm just thinking this was his calculation. He thought that he had to pierce into the narrative that you won't be elected because you're Indian and not apparently Christian, and he doesn't really address religion, but I don't really think it matters because nobody talks about Trump's religion. Trump never talks about his faith. Nobody asks him about his faith because he's not really running on faith, but he does run on the belief of God. It's like we believe in God. It's like, what about you? Like, what about you? What is like your religious? Nobody asks him.
Mhm.
I don't
Right.
think it matters. I don't really care.
I get your point. Right.
Yeah. So I was concerned that's like, why am I hearing Obama in this right now? Because when he said it at first, I was like, wait a second, I've heard this before. Skinny man with skinny. I shouldn't be. It's like I shouldn't really be up here. I'm a skinny guy with a weird last name. That's like, wait, I've heard this before. And I was like thinking about it. And
Hmm.
then when Chris mentioned Obama, I was like, yeah, Obama's convention speech, where he pretty much started off his tribalism because he's really the big part. We're tribal now. He kind of accelerated the trend by saying shit like that, by saying racially motivated shit like that. And I was like, Vivek, don't say that ever again.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, yeah. I remember seeing an Instagram clip where when Chris Christie said that. Um,
and it clipped right
there
into
was
it.
also like a little it clipped right into where Obama said something like that too.
I found it
No, but
interesting.
yeah, I get your point.
I found it interesting that everybody went after Vivek in this debate. I
Oh yeah,
found it
oh yeah,
extremely interesting. I found it funny too
Christie,
that
Mike Pence,
it
yeah.
was like from the start, and you can notice Mike Pence does not like Vivek at all. Like he doesn't like anything about him. That's what I noticed. He
Correct.
just didn't like anything about him. And Chris Christie, like everybody was focused on Vivek, and Chris Christie obviously came into the debate looking for that Marco Rubio moment, where because he's like a human torpedo. And there was this joke that the Steven Crowder guys were doing. It was just like it was like they were talking about like combating China and shit like that. And one of them was like, "Well, we should just drop Chris Christie on him. That'll teach him a lesson."
Yeah, I remember
That,
that part.
that
That was
was
like a
hilarious. That shit was funny. It was really funny. This what they were all saying. He was like, "We should drop you on there, huh, Chris? That should do a big damage." That was funny.
I don't
And
know if you noticed, but you know, every time Chris Christie talks, you can see like a little drool coming down, like right at the side of his mouth. Dude's looking for food, man. That's
he's hungry. Well, he's waiting.
you,
You ever saw that photo that Trump posted about Christie at a Roy Rogers? He was just like Christie, like after the debates. He posted that
oh
photo.
yeah, I saw that one. I saw that one.
It's always hilarious to me. Yeah, it's like, dude, I know you're hungry, but Vivek isn't like a piece of curry, man. He's
He
a
probably
man.
thought he thought Vivek was chicken biryani. That's what he was. He's like, chicken masala.
Oh my God. And you always notice he like tries to make that eye contact. He just like, it's like, nah, man.
Dude, every time he has to look at Vivek, he has to move his whole body, not his neck. It was like, I've had enough. I've had enough of this.
He's just like, I've had enough. No. And he's like, no, I've had enough. How dare you? He's like, no. And I did feel like he overplayed that line. Like he kept saying it over and over again. About Vivek, it's like, I'm the only one here who's not paid and bought for. It's like you said he said it a lot in my way. And it's like, I guess he tried to bring out like that Trumpian like line of like, hey, I'm the only body here who's not paid by donors. But it's like Trump didn't say it all the damn time. He said it reacting to things. Like when they booed, like Trump would say, you hear the boos? That's all of the donors. It's like if you want to be that
Yeah, it was similar
in
when
20,
he said that. Well,
yeah, it was when he was talking about the Bush. It was when he attacked Jeb and Jeb's donors. All the donors in the crowd were all booing, and Trump, off the cuff, it's natural, was like, "You hear the boos? That's all the special interests in the donors out there." But that's natural. And Vivek, I don't know if Vivek can pull that off natural because it's not the same. If you say it to Nikki Haley, it's like you're bought and paid for. It's like, yeah, that just sounds like you're like it doesn't sound the same. It doesn't come off the same.
yeah, if we just keep doing that, it'll sound annoying.
It sounds like a line you keep practicing. I didn't like it at the end when he was
No,
saying,
no, but I mean, moving. Oh, I thought I lost a second.
no, it's like buffering. No, it's like
What do you What are you thinking about Mike Pence
well, I think he has no shot.
throughout the whole
Like
debate?
it has no shot. First of all, um two things really. I guess actually maybe more than two, but two things main things. It's that it's obvious that he's part of the wing of that debate that's preaching the Reaganite, or they're the fake Reaganites as I call them. But they're the fake Reaganites was where they everybody on that stage, including Ron DeSantis, believes that America is this shining capital on the hill, like Ronald Reagan. Like it's all cheery, there's hopefulness, nobody's angry, there's a chance, we're just hoping and dreaming, and there's the beautiful America and the culture. It's like, but you can't do say you can't be that candidate, but then also complain about the culture or attack Vivek when Vivek says the culture is dying. You can't do that. You can't be those two people.
Oh, like meaning like he thinks that like what we're going through right now are
It's
good
just a
times.
rough patch.
Big.
It's just a rough patch. That's
Okay.
what they think.
Right.
It's like we just need that American leadership back. It's like, yeah, well, you do, but that's not everything. And everybody on that stage was
Yeah.
saying it, from Ada to Christie to obviously Ron DeSantis. Um, Tim Scott kept saying it every time he was like, I'm a black dude who loves America. It's like, all right, buddy, we get it. And then Nikki Haley, it's just like
Bring his skin color into
it's like yeah, and then Nikki is just like, I'm a woman and I get shit done. It's like not really. And then Doug is like, hey, I just broke my Achilles tendon, but I'm here. Hey guys, that's kind of him. That's literally him.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah, he showed up there like in crutches, I think, or like I don't know, but like he was playing basketball, got crossed over epically, and broke his like knees, which was like,
Yeah. Ooh, what? That really
yeah,
happened. What the
that
fuck?
actually happened. Yeah, somebody described it. It was like, yeah, he got crossed over in a basketball game with the staff and broke his knees. I'm like, bro, someone literally broke his knees.
And this guy's gonna run for president. We don't want
Well,
that.
no, he's uh handicapping for president.
Nah, I don't want that for president. I want a president that can grab him by the pussy.
Yeah, it was I just thought that DeSantis, I guess we're gonna get into the you asked me about Mike Pence. That's really the main two. And then the other one is that he's the main neocon on stage. It's that he's in favor of Ukraine policy just like Biden. So he's not different from Biden on Ukraine policy. In fact, he's saying we have to keep sending them more. But these are the same
Yeah,
people that were, if you remember, these were the same people that were saying, yeah, we want to send Ukraine support, but we're not going to send them Abrams tanks. We're not going to send them F-35s. We're not going to send them F-13s. We're not going to send them more weapons. But now they're saying, yeah, let's send them everything. We're not sending enough. Let's send more. It's like nobody's going to take you seriously because you can't have that credibility. There's no credibility when you say that. You can't say we're going to send more, but not everything because that's it's going to make the war with Russia worse. And then say, you know what, gung ho, gung ho is the guy who invented COVID, probably. That's his name. And
right, right, right.
but it's like they want to send everything. They're just like, yeah, we agree with Joe Biden. They're not saying they agree with Joe Biden, but they do because that's what Joe Biden is doing. He just asked for $35 more million, $200 million. I mean, and he's tying in the
Yeah,
Hawaii package with the 200 million because a despicable pervert, pedophile. It's like, but that's exactly what they're saying. They're going to do the same thing. We're going to tie in Hawaii aid with Ukraine aid because remember what Pence said. It's not my concern what happens in American cities. He said that. He's like, oh, that's not my concern.
he really killed himself.
Yeah, and he killed
By
himself. And
saying
this isn't
that.
like nobody here helped themselves except Vivek. Not even Ron DeSantis. Like I'll guess we'll get into Ron DeSantis now. I kept hearing for the past couple months, ever since his poll numbers started going down, which was like literally like the first 3 weeks after he announced they started going down. I kept hearing from people on his team, the Rubens, who keeps slurping on his nuts, Ryan the Saavedra, who works at like the Daily Caller, everybody at Daily Wire, including Ron DeSantis, including Ben Shapiro, who are yamakong on his nuts. Every single one of them kept saying, "Oh, wait till the debates show up because at the debate is that when he's going to prove that he's actually the better alternative to Trump." It's like the debates came and they went, and he did not win. There was no moment to me that told me, "Oh yeah, no, that's the guy who should be replacing Trump." No, every single like he played it safe. He sat there in the background. He looked at Mike. He looked at Vivek. He looked at Vivek, and then he looked at Chris. He looked over at Vivek and Nikki. Like he didn't do anything. He did nothing. He attacked nobody. In fact, he wanted to defend people. Remember the January 6th question when they asked him about it?
Yeah,
They asked him, "Do you think Mike Pence did the right thing?" And Mike was kind of sitting there waiting. Well, Ron, what are you gonna say? And Ron DeSantis was like, "I've answered the question. I think," and then he was forced to actually answer the question because he didn't want to answer the question. And then he pretty much said, "Yeah,
yeah, he
I
did.
think Ron, I think Mike Pence did the right thing. I agree with Mike." It's like, okay, yeah, obviously. And then
Do
there
you
was
do
this
you think that
moment.
they were expecting Ron to attack rather than Vivek attacking Chris Christie and Mike Pence and everyone?
I thought
'Cause
everybody.
I feel like with Mike Pence's attitude towards Ron, he was expecting Ron to attack him rather than Vivek to attack
I
Ron.
thought I thought that everybody except probably Vivek was going to attack Ron DeSantis. because people kept like Christie the day before the debate was talking shit about DeSantis, literally talking shit
Yeah.
about him. Mike
Right.
Pence criticized them. Nikki Haley was criticizing him on Disney on the abortion ban because he was being a pussy about it. On just like on the Trump stuff, like she was actually criticizing him on all those things. And then the debate came, and it's like, wait, like what's going on here? Why is nobody attacking Ron DeSantis on the obvious flip flopping things? And then you saw Vivek when he put his hand up and he was like with the finger up, and then you saw him like saying the flip flop. That was actually an attack. I just wish that Vivek had actually said something about it because he flip flopped on Ukraine. He literally flip flopped on Ukraine. Like that
Mhm.
should not have happened.
Right.
I'm gonna play a video about the Trump support because we're gonna talk about Ron DeSantis now because I think we should focus on him. Just because you're not gonna say anything else about Nikki or Tim, nothing else, right? All right, so I guess
No,
we're gonna
I
the
yeah,
winners and
no.
losers. Yeah, no, there's nothing exact. Don't waste your breath, man. It's like winners and losers. Losers, everybody except for Vivek on my. I think that's me. What do you think is?
Yeah, Vivek was pretty strong at first.
Who are like the losers? Like Ada, Chris, Mike, Tim, Scott, and Dougie.
Ada for sure.
Ada, like all those. Do you think?
Ada for sure.
Do you think
On
Nikki
the
was a
very,
loser? Do you think Nikki Haley was a loser, or do you think she did enough for herself?
she did enough. She tried.
She did enough, so she's like
Uh,
neutral. Like,
just not on the high bar.
when I
She
mean
tried.
loser, it's like did they? Well, okay, let me put it this way. What I mean by loser is, did it help them or not, or hurt them? Did the debate hurt them or help them in their campaigns? So I think everybody, for me, it's everybody except for Vivek. Obviously, the DeSantis crowd is saying he did exactly what he was supposed to do, but I don't agree. We'll get into that. But I think for now, I think everybody is a loser except for Vivek.
I'm just going by like and on the order list, like Ada
Yeah, but
last, and then
you think
no,
everybody?
but
So Ada's a loser for you. Ada a loser?
Ada definitely. I think Chris Christine hurts himself for just being fat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's also true. I'll mention that afterwards.
But even
Uh,
even when he tried, even when he tried, it doesn't look comfortable.
no,
We
because
know how he is. We knew how he is how he was as a governor.
oh yeah, he was. I mean, he left here horribly. He left
He
here with
already had
his
he has a
approval
history.
percentage was 8. He had an 8%
Yeah,
approval
around
rating when he
that.
left. He was mired with scandal. I mean, he was getting sued when he left here for Bridgegate.
So he's already hurting himself, pretty
No, it's
much.
like yeah, it's like there's no record for him to speak of. He also, in my opinion, destroyed the Republican Party in New Jersey. New Jersey's not going to have a Republican governor for like the next 10 years. There's no one getting elected in 2027 here, or 2025, I mean, for governor. It's going to be a Democrat in New Jersey again. And that's his fault. Who do you think did Mike Pence?
My Pence was pretty boring too.
Loser?
They're all boring, except for Vivek.
Loser, right?
Yeah,
What
they're
about Tim
all.
Scott was obviously a loser for you.
Yeah, he didn't really do much to actually get my
No, he said nothing. I felt he said
applause.
yeah, he said nothing. He said absolutely nothing. And then Dougie, obviously, he just met him.
Count Dracula, nah.
Jack Russell.
It's just all bland, man. It's just all boring. Same stick.
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing over and over.
Did DeSantis, is he a loser or neutral, or did he win the debate? What do you think about DeSantis?
He was no, he was a loser.
He was a loser for you? You felt that it
Yeah,
didn't help
no,
him
he
at
was
all?
a loser.
Yeah, okay.
He didn't do much. With all that hype, he didn't do much.
That's my point, because I'm looking at the hype, because everybody's saying now, everybody in his camp is lowering the expectations. They're saying, well, his poll numbers were down. There was no expectation. It's like, no, no, no. You guys kept hyping this up as the moment, but we'll get into him later. Nikki Haley,
Right.
loser or
Nikki Haley was
neutral?
no neutral. I keep her neutral now.
Because she's Indian.
I don't. It's just I don't know her like that much. I don't really know her history, so I'll just keep it on neutral now.
Okay. Vivek was the winner.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, Vivek got the first one.
He's the winner. Now,
He's playing it smart. He's playing it smart too. I'm not saying that we all should trust Vivek.
no,
Um,
of course not.
Yeah, but
But I agree
he's
with
playing
you.
a book right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you. He is smart. I feel like what I liked about him is that all the things he says, especially when he talks about issues, it's not taped, it's not prepared, it's not on a script or a teleprompter. He actually knows the subject or knows enough about the subject to make those opinions, and that's what he's been saying everywhere. It's like he actually like what he's saying. I think is what he feels. That's what I get from him.
Exactly. And he's not afraid to like go into different panels and podcasts and just say whatever
Yeah,
he feels, you know.
yeah, yeah. He
He's
actually did
not he's
two. He did two interviews just right after like the day after the debate. He did one with Nigel Farage. Remember him, the British guy who did Brexit, and then he did
I think
one
I
with
saw that on Spotify, yeah.
yeah, and then he did one with Glenn Greenwald. You know Glenn Greenwald, the journalist.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he used to go on. He goes on Tucker a lot. He's a progressive journalist. He used to work for the. He used to be liked by MSNBC until he did like Twitter files and all that stuff. Snowden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he had interviews. I mean, they're all saying the same thing. He feels like a real dude. He looks you in the eyes. He talks to you about normal stuff. His family is nice.
Yeah,
It's
it's
real.
like it's fresh, it's like authentic. It's not
Yeah,
scripted
that's what I felt.
like when Ron was first,
And
answering
it's
the
a,
question. You can
and you see
easily
it
tell
all. Yeah,
it's scripted.
and you see it a lot, especially when he's right next to all these fake tards. You see,
Right,
it, like you just see it. It's like he stands out because he's so real. All these dudes are fake. They're pretending.
right. No,
And he
yeah,
looks,
I agree.
yeah, he looks even better. So I guess I'll get into my winners and losers. My winner of the debate is Trump. Trump won that debate.
Oh, man. Damn, we should have. Fuck.
What?
No, I want to pick Trump.
I picked him. I already did an episode on this, so it's already out there. But I'm just repeating myself now. Trump is the obvious winner. Doesn't this feel? You never followed the debates back in 2012 or 2008, but I did. It's like this is what the GOP was before Trump. A bunch of neocons, what that one religious guy who's actually a neocon, but he leads the evangelical, which is Mike Pence. Before Mike Pence, it used to be like Mike Huckabee or Rick Santorum. He was like that's the religious caucus. He gets all the religious votes, and then everybody else there. It's like yeah, Chris Christie's there again. That random dude who shouldn't be on the stage, Doug Burnham, Ada Hutchinson, old white dude. It's like why are you there? The one lady
Yeah,
now, Nikki Haley, that one woman, back in 16, it was Carly Fiorina. Back in 2020, it was Michelle Bachmann. And then there's like the bunch of random ass people. And then there's that one dude who's the outside, who's technically an outsider, but not like in line with party politics. And that was Newt Gingrich. Newt Gingrich was obviously talented politician, great debater in 2012, lost the debates, but he was kind of viewed as that outside the mainstream, outside the mainstream Republican politics. That was him in the debates, and obviously Ron Paul too. But Ron Paul was kind of like Vivek. He's like that. He's kind of like that. He holds the farther right or libertarian views. That was him. But it reminds me of it's like it's boring, it's bland, it's all the same, and you kind of know that none of them are going to win it against any Democrats because Democrats are more popular. That's how you feel, right?
yeah.
That's what I felt. Trump won the debate because he kind of showed us how boring and bland the GOP was before him.
It's compared to 2016 and then now.
Oh,
Like this is gonna be easy. This is gonna be easy cake for Trump. Like
oh
the
my God.
ones in 2016 compared to that, you can even like easily say like, oh, like 2016 competitors, along with Trump was a bit more tougher than this one. Like all of these guys are pussies except for Vivek, but
But it's like you can't trust Vivek. And also, I think at the end of the day, even though he did a
yeah,
good job, I still don't think he can beat Biden because nobody knows him.
no,
Nobody
nobody
outside
knows.
the Republican Party knows him. Nobody. But as long as he keeps going on interviews, that's what I'm saying. If people are saying 2028 is when he's going to be running for president again, I'm all for that. I say, you know what? I like it. I'll vote for Vivek over DeSantis.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I would.
If it was just them two, I'll vote for them. Now, yeah, that's them. Over Trump? No, obviously not. But I thought the winner was Trump. Now, if I have to pick a winner from the debate, it's obviously Vivek. Vivek was authentic. He answered all the questions spot on. He wasn't afraid. He's handled himself pretty well under the fire of everybody on stage attacking him, except for like Ada and Dougie. I'm calling him Dougie B now. And Tim Scott attacks nobody, so that was like irrelevant.
Dougie B.
Dougie B. And then Tim Scott attacks nobody. And Nikki Haley went after him, but Vivek stood there and he was like, "I'll address it," which is he's kind of nerdy, but it's like, he's our nerd, so I'll love him for that.
He's ours.
He's ours. He's a nerd, but he's ours. But he's authentic.
My brother.
He's real. But he's real.
My cousin.
You wish. You wish I was your cousin.
Yeah, you're right.
No, but he's real.
Wait, so I want to see Trump on the second one and see how it is.
I don't think he's gonna go. I don't think he's gonna go.
I wanted to go because it's gonna be funny as hell, especially if he's gonna go after the one. If it's gonna be like him and Mike Pence, that's gonna be interesting. But like him and Chris Christie is gonna be the funny.
Oh my God!
Trump gonna go after Chris Christie. Chris Christie gonna go after him. It's like that's just gonna be it.
I think
I just want to see that. I just want to see that moment. That's all.
Yeah, I do. I want to see him on the debate for that reason too. But I feel Trump is saying it's like, and Trump said it on the interview. If you heard it, it's like, why would I go there to hear a bunch of people who have no shot attack me? And it's like, yeah, he's right. Why should he do that? Everybody knows those people. Like, from day one to and I said it, from day one to day 2045. It's like everybody knows none of them have a shot. None of them have a shot. None of them. Even Ron DeSantis.
The only way Trump gets disposed of is his indictments.
Yeah, that's one way. It's like, but he's also, everybody remember, it's like, it's real. And I think these debates are going to help him because everybody's going to look at him and say, yeah, we missed you there because this sucked. It sucked. And dude, his interview with Tucker has more ratings than the Fox. The numbers came out. The Fox debate got 13 million views.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. The Fox debate only got 13 million views. It's actually lower than the 2016 debate ratings. Wow. Imagine that. So it's like that. I mean, just imagine. Now, I want to show you this video about Ron, because we're going to talk about Ron DeSantis and why I think this was horrible for him. Because people are going to be
that's that. Like, I even asked some of my coworkers, have you guys watched the debate? They said that they only saw some of it.
Yeah, it wasn't.
They didn't watch the whole thing.
No, none of it was good. None of it was good. It wasn't entertaining. That's why I watched it with Steven Crowder, because at least to make it funny. Because watching it on its own, I was like, this sucks.
It's crazy because Tucker's and Trump interview went over 100 million, right? Or is it more right now?
According to Twitter, it says 220 million.
Damn! What the fuck?
Yeah, worldwide, obviously, 220 million.
Holy crap! Yo, fuck the debate, man. What the hell?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, why should he go? It's like, I don't know what he's gonna do next time. I don't think he's gonna do another Tucker interview next time. I don't know what he's gonna do next time. I'm gonna show you this video here about the
He should come to us.
Oh yeah, that'll be good. I'll ask him to ask questions. I'm gonna play this video here about the debate, because I want you to see this is about Ron DeSantis now. I want you to see this is when Fox asked about the Trump support, and they were like, hey, what do you guys think about Trump support, etc. And I felt that Ron DeSantis was a pussy again in this question. I feel Vivek was the only one. So let's take a look here. I'm gonna put Ada out here because no one gives a shit about Ada. Chris Christie's too big to put out of the screen.
Yo, he's just supposed to touch Ada and Mike Pence. Just badass.
Yeah, it's like, dude, he's bigger than the podium. He's bigger than the podium. Yeah, I'll make a comment about him afterwards. But this is about Ron DeSantis. This is when they ask, Trump has all these indictments. If he's convicted, would you still support him as the nominee? And you remember this. Everybody on this side raised their hands. And then watch.
Indicted in 4 different states on 91 counts. He will be processed tomorrow in Georgia at the Fulton County Jail for charges relating to the 2020 election loss.
You all signed a pledge to support the eventual Republican nominee. If former President Trump is convicted in a court of law, would you still support him as your party's choice? Please raise your hand if you would.
Look, you saw that? That's what I wanted to talk about there, and then obviously Christie here is gonna say,
Yeah, especially them three. Ron, Pence, and Chris Christie. Look at that. He can barely move his leg. He's that shit.
Governor Christie, you were kind of late to the game there, but you raised your hand.
No, I'm doing this. Look, I'm doing this.
And I know you didn't.
Whoa. No, come.
and then Ada tried to get a word in, but nobody gives a shit what he said.
Get the fuck out of here. Look, I'm doing this.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit about what you're doing. I'm gonna pull another video. If you didn't notice, I mean, Vivek put his hand up first, not like, oh, me, teacher. It's not that type of thing, but it's like, no, me. I will support Trump. It's like I'm not gonna be afraid about it. It's like this is an easy question, and I'm gonna answer it right away.
Yeah, I mean, he did mention
Nikki Haley's hand went up, Tim Scott's hand went up, Dougie B went up, which I appreciate. And then, if you notice, Ron looks at. I have a close up here, and you can see it. Ron looks at Vivek, and then puts his hand up. If you did you see that? I'm gonna show you.
Looking at you. Here, looking to his left, right, and then his left, and then.
Look right here. I have this right here. Watch.
Would.
You see that? You see that? He looks at him, and then right away he puts his hand up. He's looking left, right. Look.
If you would.
That should be, if I was Trump, I would be retweeting, reposting, retruthing this a lot. This guy does not think for himself. This guy follows the crowd. He's not a leader. And this to me was like, this guy, he puts his hand up proud, and Nikki probably thought about it. She was like, yeah. And then Dougie B was like, yeah, whatever. Like, who cares? And then like this guy's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And then Ron looks left and then looks at Vivek, and he's just like, oh yeah, let me put my hand up. Like, that's a horrible look in my view.
It is for sure. Yep.
And it's like it's just another type of thing that went wrong in this debate. And you talked about it. None of his answers seemed authentic. None of it seemed coming from the gut, coming from his own mind, what he wanted to say. It all seemed prepared. It all seemed like it was donor focused, focus group oriented, polls oriented. It was like, what's gonna get me through this debate unscathed at the same level. But it's like, I don't think it helped you. I think it makes you look even weaker when people really look into it. It's like, you came off as a pussy, man. You looked at Vivek and then raised your hand right afterwards. It's like, what were you waiting for? What were you waiting
he's also, he's all over social media with that small clip. That's gonna hurt.
It's a horrible look. And then you can say, and then it's a horrible look coming right after he called Trump supporters listless vessels in the most bitchy way ever. It's like,
it's me.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the listless vessel. And it's like, he didn't, and then I hear the people defending, he didn't actually say it. It's like, no. Every lawyer, every attorney, and I don't like attorneys because they're all pieces of shit who are trained to say things without saying them. He said it without saying it. Remember, he didn't say they're all listless vessels. He said, we all shouldn't be listless vessels who support him blindly. That's what he said. We shouldn't be. But we are, because before he said that, what did he say? There are people in the party who follow Trump blindly, and anybody Trump likes blindly. That's what he said. And then he called people listless vessels, saying we shouldn't be listless vessels. Not that. It's like, what are you saying? That's why we say he called them that, because he called them out, put a name to it, and then said, oh, but that's not who they are. It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so bitchy to me. It's like, I hated that thing. And then there's also the Ukraine thing about he couldn't answer Ukraine the right way. I'll just put this here. I have it here. I have a bunch of videos here. Vivek
would not.
Chris Christie was defending Mike Pence. I think it was for the Ukraine stuff.
Yeah, it was just ridiculous.
Dude was like, Mike Pence.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Support the increase of more funding to Ukraine.
We would not support it.
Europe needs to step up. I mean, I would have Europe step up and do their job.
Mr. Ramaswamy,
what I hate about that is such a deflection, man. It's such a
You can't
deflection from the question.
you can't expect Europe to do anything about it. 'Cause you gotta think about it. Like when it comes to America, we're the the world leader. I mean, like it would make sense for us to, like stop funding it instead of just letting Europe do whatever.
Well,
You can't even trust Europe.
it's like, well, I think they should be. This is really more their problem than ours. I mean, we did start this conflict, years ago. We like we're the spark plug to the conflict because we kept igniting it. But it's like what I hate about DeSantis here is that, dude, own it, yes or no. It's a yes or no question, dude. Even Chris Christie and Mike Pence are authentic here. They're saying no, we're going to support Ukraine blindly. Vivek is saying I'm not going to send more shit. He's just like, well, it has to be about Europe. It's like, no, answer the damn question, not say just answer the damn question. Like, what are you afraid of? And this is what I've been telling you. He gets into office, you already know he's going to send money and he's going to send troops to Ukraine. Why is he going to do it? Because he's going to say, wow, this is actually the policy-oriented things I'm talking about. We have a detailed plan and we're going to do it right. We're going to, because he does a head roll like he thinks he's an Indian. Like, we're going to do it right. He does he does it all the time, but it's like, dude, answer the question. Look at what happens here. Look at what happens here.
To Ukraine.
Vivek's like,
We
yeah,
would not support it.
Europe needs to step up. I mean,
and he's like, Europe needs to step up. It's like,
I would have Europe step up and do their job.
Mr. Ramaswamy, but you're saying you would not too, Governor DeSantis?
I will have Europe pull their weight.
But
Right
would-
now, they're not doing
you
that.
would not support
and I think
more
we need
funding?
to do, and I think our support should be contingent on them doing it. And I would have
That's right there.
in China.
what?
What was Vivek doing with his hands?
He was doing the flip-flop.
Oh, okay.
And then he's putting the hand up and licking it, saying he goes where the breeze takes him. He's going with the breeze. Like, where's the draft going? Like, where's the like?
Yeah, when I first saw that, I'm like, why do I see a black ass hand on
Because he's flip-flopping again. He's always flip-flopping on shit, man. He's always flip-flopping. He flip-flopped again.
Go back to it. Go back to it again.
Support should be
I want to
contingent
hear it Ron
on
again.
them doing it, and I would have support in China to be able to take China and do what we need to do with China.
Fuck out of here.
Mr. Ramaswamy, you would not support an increase of funding to Ukraine?
I would not. And I think that this is disastrous, that we are protecting against an invasion across somebody else's border when we should use those same military resources to prevent across the invasion of our own southern border here in the United States of America. We are.
Dude, I hated that answer.
Good question.
But from everybody else, man, it's like all the other candidates were like, we can do both. We can protect our southern border and the war in Ukraine. It's like, but you don't, though. You don't. You only support the Ukrainian border, not our own. I hate when they say that. It's so fucking hypocritical. They never do that, though. They never do it.
Right.
It's like, oh, we could do both.
Good question though. Different topic. I've noticed that politicians, they do like these kind of like fingers, like finger gestures. Like you see Vivek like pointing up like that, right?
Yeah.
Now I mostly see Tim Scott doing this. He does the thumb like right here. What is there like a meaning to it? Like what does that mean?
It's like a way to attract attention to what they're saying. It's like a little tactic they do to attract attention to them, to get people to focus on what they're saying. Like Italians talk with their hands and people pay attention to what they're saying and it looks kind of like,
Oh, right.
They think that some people have hand gestures. I mean, it's also natural. It could be natural. He just talks like that. But it's also a way for him. It's also a way for politicians, I guess, to get their thoughts out in the way they want. It goes along with their cadence. So it's just like a tactic, a little skill they use to get people to watch them. Now, Trump is natural. Trump just goes out. He's like, yeah, gay.
Yeah,
he
he's just like,
Yeah, it's like he points. He's like, yeah, gay. And he points at the gay guy. Ron DeSantis wants to be Trump. That's why he has those hand signals all of a sudden. Like he's like this and like that and like this and like that. But it's like, but he's not. But you're not Trump. Stop pretending you're not. And like I know you're jealous, but those were the two main points where I was like, yeah, you lost this. You're done. You're done because these were moments for you to actually solidify yourself as your own candidate. Like you could actually bring something to the table and say, you know what? This is also one thing which I did not like from any of them. This is where I don't support Vivek fully. If you notice Trump doesn't focus on the aid. He says, I'm going to end this war so that whatever you guys on the GOP debate stage are debating is pointless, because it is pointless. I'm going to end it. I'm actually going to bring peace. I'm not going to continue the war while sending aid. I'm not going to say, oh, we don't need to send aid. I'm going to end the whole damn thing myself. And he says 24 hours, which makes him seem ridiculous. But he's like, he's the only one that says, I'm not going to ignore a war, which is what Vivek is saying, and I'm not going to keep funding a war. I'm going to end it. I'm going to end this mess because it should have never happened. That to me is the biggest difference between all the candidates. Only Trump and RFK Jr. are the only ones saying we're going to end the war in Ukraine. Not about the aid and the money and the tanks. We're going to end it. Straight up end it. Forget about the aid. We're ending this war. That's what I appreciate, because I don't really like the view of let's not send anything and just ignore it. That's not really. We should end it, because I said this before to you. If China ends this war through a peace deal, it is over for us geopolitically. Why? Because the United States has been the biggest big bro to Ukraine, sending them over what, $3 trillion already, probably $1 trillion, $2 trillion already. Tons of tanks,
around there, yeah.
Tons of missiles, just a bunch of missiles, a bunch of weapon systems. We've sent them over training. We're sending them a bunch of support through military aid and financial aid, which is being lost through Zelensky, laundered by Zelensky. Like, if China makes a peace deal, it's over. We're going to be seen as the aggressors, because nobody in America outside of Donald Trump has attempted to end this. Nobody. Instead, we keep pushing it and pushing it. And there's people dying. There's people just dying for no reason.
Right.
So, like, that's what I like. That's the difference that I like. None of them. And DeSantis had a chance to say, yeah, I'll send more aid, but we need to end the war. Nobody mentioned. Nobody talked about it. Everybody just talked about, we need to fight the war so that China and Russia don't team up. What? No. Because you keep sending them aid. Okay, what's the end game? What's your objective? In a military campaign, you have to have an objective. The objective at first was push Russia out of Ukraine. Now it's seeming like they want to get rid of Putin. What's your objective? What's the purpose of all this? Because you can't just say we've got to send more and more and more. It's like, well, for what? What's the reason you're sending more? And until when do we send more? None of them mentioned that. They all say, well, you need to support him because Russia's bad. It's like, and that's why Vivek was like, buddy, the Soviet Union ended in 1990. It's not here anymore.
Right.
Yeah, it's like that's what was my big problem with DeSantis. One, it wasn't authentic enough, and there wasn't actual policy. He also kept going around the answers. Like, they asked him about education. Did you notice his answer? He deflected.
No, not really.
He deflected and just talked about CRT and wokeness. I'm like, no, that's not it. You have to talk about education. You have to talk about school choice. You have to talk about college tuition prices. You have to talk about the indoctrination that's going on, not CRT, but in colleges. And you have to talk about what are we going to do to get all the kids that were lagging behind from COVID and before COVID up to speed and competitive on the world stage. That's what you have to talk about, not the CRT. It's like, that's a part of it, but that's not a big part of it. He just deflected. And everybody else, but he just deflected.
Everybody.
Yeah. And so that was and that's why I think he's a big loser. Also, it's like he did nothing. Like, the support for Trump was pussy. You know, not like, dude, take your own stand. Not look at Vivek and then say, yeah, I'm gonna support it. Like, no, man, that's foul, man. That's foul. At least Chris Christie was more authentic than DeSantis. Vivek said, hey, you're only here to attack Trump, and he's like, yeah, I am.
Hey, he's being honest.
Exactly. He's being honest. Like, DeSantis, take some notes.
Honestly, it's the best policy.
Yeah. You haven't finished the Tucker interview, so I guess let's not talk about that. But I know you want to talk about another topic. You're gonna have to enlighten me more on this one. It's about your boy Logan Paul and my boy Dillon Danis
I
talking
was
about
like my boy. What the hell?
you're the Paul Bro fan. You're the fan of the Paul Bros. And I'm a fan of anybody whose name is Dhillon because I like Tim Dillon and Dillons are great. So go ahead.
So dumb,
Shoot.
man.
Tell me what's the background? What's the origin story? What's going on? Let's go. Explain to me what's the beef? What's the drama? Why? Because I know it's about a girl.
Yeah, but I don't know where it originated. That's the thing. I mean, when you look at Dillon Danis, he's a massive troll. Dude's a massive troll, but he's good at it. But there are times where he kind of flunks at it.
Hmm.
And then I guess what he wanted to do to get into Logan's head is he wants to trash talk his fiance. Um, I forgot her name, but she used to go
Nina.
out with
Nina.
she used to go out with Jake Paul, which is
Oh.
kind of weird for a brother to share a girlfriend. It's like if that was my bro, like I told my brother, there's two things we don't share: his underwears and girlfriends. That's it.
You guys share like you guys share other stuff besides that?
Well, there's other stuff too, but those are the two main ones.
You guys share flashlights too? Huh?
Yeah.
Ew.
Um.
No.
Wait, have you watched the press conference?
The one where Tommy Fury went insane?
Oh, well, yeah, with John Fury and
KSI?
yeah, that's when he went kid. Yeah, have you seen it?
I only saw that video. I haven't seen the whole thing, but I'm on Twitter. I'm on Twitter or X. I'm calling it Twitter, and I follow Dillon Danis now because I keep seeing photos of Nina with just all these
Hmm.
guys and like her posing nude and all the shit, and he's talking about this one photo that he's gonna post, but he's afraid to post it. Did you see that? Where he was like, "I'll post it,
Yeah, yeah,
15 million or something like that."
yeah. He also mentioned on the press conference too. He said, "Yo, I really want to put that picture out, man." Um, yeah, I mean, when it comes to Logan versus Dillon, I don't know who to pick honestly. I don't see Dillon as a striker. He's really good with jiu-jitsu. I've seen two of his fights from Bellator.
But this is a boxing match, right? Or is this
It's a boxing match. I'm not saying that Dillon's a bad striker. He's not like Ben Askren. You probably don't know who he is, but Ben Askren is a wrestler, but he's horrible at striking. So like every time you hear Jake Paul talking about, oh, I beat Ben Askren, anyone can beat Ben Askren. You just gotta make sure anyone can beat Ben Askren in a boxing match. Honestly, now if it was wrestling, it would be a whole different situation. Ben Askren will
No, I'm
choke
only
you out.
asking because if it's like UFC, then it's different. Then
Is it?
Dillon Danis can actually do something more than just strike.
Yeah, he just has to make sure he doesn't get knocked out on in the octagon as well.
That's what I'm concerned about because I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know about that.
I mean normally when it comes to wrestlers and jiu-jitsu, they really have good chins. I've never seen them where they like dive and then they just get knocked the fuck out.
Right.
Never seen that. I've never seen that. So no, I think they'll be fine. But when it comes to boxing, Logan's a big dude. He's a tall,
Yeah.
big
No,
dude
he's big. Yeah, he's
compared
big.
compared to Dillon. Like,
Yeah,
have you
I
seen
saw it.
him and Floyd Mayweather?
Oh, I did see
Like,
clips of that press conference. I think when Logan and Danis flinched,
what do you mean?
or that was like an after out like backstage or something. There's a clip where Logan like went at him and then like and Danis like flinched.
I didn't see anything backstage, but I know Logan threw a piece of cake at Dillon, and
Bruh,
Dillon got pissed off.
bruh. Nah, I'm only asking about this because I think it's a good lesson into what happens. Like I know Red Pill is going off about it because it's like that's why you don't choose hoes over bros, and just be careful about the type of woman you're with. It's like there's two aspects about it. It's you know, who gives a shit? That's who he wants to be with. That's who he
Yeah,
wants to be with.
and
Let him be
then
with who he wants to be
also
with.
you're talking about people who are on that class.
Yes.
There's a difference between him because he's more of a celebrity.
Yeah, there's a
You
difference
know?
between Sneeko and Logan Paul and Nita Abergal.
Right.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Right.
Nina Abergal has been Leonardo DiCaprio's girlfriend. Apparently, she took a photo with LeBron, and now people think LeBron hooked up with her. I don't think that's true. And but she's like
Right.
she's been with a bunch of other dudes. That's it. Like I think even Drake. I think at one point, like just a bunch of other dudes. That's why I get into it because from what I heard, I think it started that they were just talking shit about each other, and I think Logan talked shit about Danis or something, or he did something to Danis. Dillon Danis, and I think that's when he started talking about his girl. And no, I agree with
Um.
you. It is shitty that you date your brother's ex. That is weird. That is shitty. That's something you don't do.
Yeah, it is weird.
It's like a rule among bros. It's like, bro, you know, it's also like against your friends too, like your homies, your boys. You don't
Exactly.
date
Exactly.
your dude's ex. Like we have a friend who broke up with his girl for a while. None of us would have ever thought of dating that woman. None of us, because that's not what you do. First of all, none of us were interested. Putting it out there. None of you and I were not interested. We're not compatible. But it's also like you just don't do it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You don't do it.
Right.
It's just a rule, man, of decency. It's like being friends. It's just a decency rule. And I've noticed Logan's just like over these years. I just don't see like Jake has been maturing. I think he's been growing into more of a man, a businessman, a real brother, and I think he's trying to keep that brotherly bond. But I think Logan is trying to be more of a bitch about it. Like you saw what he did with his prime drink or his deal where he tried to get into like the what Jake was doing, trying to do like some sponsorship shit when he shouldn't have. And
What
Jake
happens when
Paul,
money is involved in your life?
yeah, that's when you put money over everything else in your life. When you value money, you worship money over God or your family, or you support money over anything else. Like, and Jake was pretty much saying, like, hey, you're focusing on the money and you're not respecting this brother relationship we have. Like, we have rules. And he's like, well, no, I don't like the rules. But that's just it. It's like I felt like that's fucked up, and it kind of showed me these narcissistic tendencies. Like you saw when Jake called him out, Logan immediately went to say that he was the victim of this. He immediately like threw that card like, oh, I know. Every time I try to do something, oh, you're just trying to attack me because that's what you're doing now. I can't do anything because I always get criticized. It's like, no, no, bud, that's not right. It's not right. But that's what I kept hearing from him.
Yeah.
It was very narcissistic qualities. Trust me, I know narcissism. I have family members that are big narcs, so I know it when I see it. And that's what I kept hearing from him: big narcissism. Like it's all about him. He can't take any criticism because he's the victim, and he feels like he's being attacked by everybody. It's like, no, 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 that's not true. That's not true.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're in the same boat because
Yeah.
we know what it looks like when it comes to family members.
Yes.
All jokes aside from Jake Paul, like, yeah, he's also like a troll too when it comes to press conferences and all that, trying to get in someone's head. But he understands the business. He understands boundaries, and yeah, his maturity actually have gotten better.
He's gotten more
Since
mature.
since the beginning of when he started fighting, like the way he trash talking is like so cringe, and the way he does it now, and he understands the fighting lifestyle a little bit, respecting, like I said, boundaries. Yeah, I remember watching that the Pulse podcast. It was really sad to see that 'cause when you compare, like, there's so many people doing that short clip of comparing the Paul brothers and the Tate brothers.
I've seen that.
It's like when you look at that, like, dude, like when you look at the Tate brothers, like no matter what happens to them, like they're always together.
Yeah, they support each
No,
other.
no, no matter, yeah,
And
and
but
and
one
it's and
thing.
it's
Oh, go ahead. Go
and
ahead.
it's a perfect example because what they're trying to show you is that no matter who you're with, your brother, your sister, always gotta stay together.
Yeah, no matter how
That's
much
what makes
money
it
you
strong.
got, no matter where you are, no matter religion you are, because Tristan's Catholic and Andrew's Muslim. It's like no matter what differences you have, no matter how much money's involved, what business you're in, family is family, and that's a big part. One thing, to add on to that, it's you said Jake Paul is also a troll, and I agree with that. But I did not think that breakout that they had when they were arguing, I did not think that was trolling. To me, I felt it was real.
No,
Now,
it was real. It was legit.
and that's why, like,
Because
thing you brought up, the Andrew Tate and the Tate brothers, it's like they would never let something like that be public. They would handle it closed doors.
no, they would not. The fact that they put that shit out in public.
Yeah. And Logan,
I don't know. I don't know what their main goal was to make that public. I wouldn't say that maybe Logan was trying to
more
make
views,
it look bad.
more views. That's
Or
why
probably the views,
I think they're addicted to it. More views.
but it's still embarrassing. It really is. You're embarrassing your whole family. You're embarrassing yourselves. It's not a good example for everyone. You know.
No, it's not. It's not. It's like it's a horrible. It was a really bad. For me, it was a really bad look for them. It's something that they should have handled in outside in closed doors. I think unfortunately it just happened, and I think Jake, obviously being the older one, was like he probably said
That's crazy. It's so crazy. Sorry about that. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
But normally you would see the little brothers doing that stuff. You wouldn't expect the big brothers to do that. That's the sad part. That really is the sad part.
Yes.
Go on, carry on.
It's like he probably thought it's like, you know what, I can't do this, and it's happening now. It just has to happen. You know what I mean? Like there was no chance for him. Like there was no chance for Jake to say, "Let's do this indoors." No.
Even Mike from Apolsa was like, there are some things that we shouldn't like bring out in public. Even he was trying to like step in and be like, "Yo, guys, like, set a limit, man. Like,
yes,
you guys are bringing everything out there."
And I think that big
Don't
part
do
of
that.
that is views. And Patrick Bet David was talking about that, and he was saying, you know, if I had two sons like that were celebrities and had an argument like that, I would go behind closed doors, get the both of them, and say, "Hey, I'm you're the father of the household. You lead them both. Doesn't matter if they're rich. You're the father. You tell them, do not ever go against family in public. Everything you have to say to each other is in private. The two of you, you figure that out behind closed doors. Never on camera. Do not make your family look bad on camera." I felt because I think the Tates would never allow that to happen. I think they would hold it in and then afterwards talk about it. I think that was a horrible look. I guess moving on to Nina, there's you're gonna say something about it?
No, I was gonna say like I do blame the father on
Enabling
brother's father.
Enabling.
Yeah, it's like dude,
enabling.
you should have like taught them better, and now you're letting it happen.
No.
This is what happens when money is involved.
Yeah, because they're dependent on him now. They're dependent on the sons because the sons are extremely wealthy. Like they kind of just help them out. Like they depend on them, so they lose that thing. It's like, yeah. And so I guess moving on to Nina, it's like because I see it's like there is a point to, talking about you married a hoe. Can you turn a hoe into a housewife, or
There's a chance.
Huh?
There's a chance you can turn into a
Yeah,
housewife. I don't think Logan. I don't think Logan's trying to do that.
No, that's also the other thing. I think it's like because it's also that discussion. It's all intersectional because it all overlaps. It's so how they always talk about that the women have to be virgins and how they have to be pure and how the men can have the sexual. You don't want to run through hoe. You know what I mean? They always talk about look for the virgin. They always say the virgin. Look for that. They always mean look for the woman with less sexual encounters. But it's always okay if the man has various sexual encounters. Well, how do you think that happens?
Right.
How do you think that happens? How does the man have more sexual encounters than the woman? It's like he has to fuck a girl. Well, Nina's the girl that gets fucked. She's one of them. But what happens when she finally says, you know what, I want to settle down with a guy? Does she now not have the right to do that because of her past? Does her past continuously define her? I disagree with that. I think no. I think everyone has a chance for redemption. It's a huge thing. The red pill people talk about religion too. They talk about faith in God and they talk about how much they, they're structured and they're stoics. But it's like you do realize a big part of God is actually redemption, right? And forgiveness. That's a huge part of it. You can move past your prior record. You can move past what you've done. You can be a hoe. But in the eyes of our Lord, you are redeemed as a former hoe, not a present one. And so you can't go both ways and say that, oh, she's a hoe, she's always going to be a hoe. Ha ha ha, you married a hoe. But you're also just jealous because you wish you could have been one of the guys with Nina Abragal. What's her name? Abragal, I think? Or Adral, whatever the hell her name is. Nina. The Red Pill guys, I've mentioned it continuously, constantly. The Red Pill guys are just jealous. They're not the guys who can bang those type of women because they'll never have access to them. Sneeko will never, Biko, Sneeko, Creeko, Lico, he'll never have access to those type of women. Never. Never. Because guess what? Yes, to them, they live on a different level. You mentioned it. They're on different levels. Why would they reduce themselves to hanging out with broke dudes when the lifestyle they're used to is high class, flying to Maui, flying to Madeira, to Greece, on the beaches, going to Lake Tahoe? Why would they want to hang out with a dude who's stuck in Orlando? Why? For what? Why? It's like there's no point for that. So they're jealous and they're envious. That's a big point of it. It's like because they don't have the access to those type of women. Logan Paul, Jake Paul do. Leonardo does. All these other dudes, they do. It's not that these women are gold diggers, it's that they're on a level higher than all the incels. Why would they reduce themselves to that?
I think might be wrong. I think someone probably photoshopped it. I think she also used to met up with Andrew Tate as well.
Agdal, her name's Agdal, my bad.
Might be Photoshop actually.
He might be. I think he said that he doesn't know anything. But she dated DiCaprio. She dated Max Adam Levine. Like she's been around the dude. What's his like she's just dated dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and look, she's look, she's pretty. She's not. Come on now. But I just feel it's wrong to say
Yeah, no, she's not bad looking. She is pretty.
no. But I just think it's wrong because what about the men? That's what I hate about this new movement. It's like, yes, I think it's bad when I think it's bad when men are sleazeballs and sleep with a bunch of women. I think because as a Catholic, as someone who believes in masculinity, I do think it's bad when you pride yourself on all the sex you've had. I think it's a sleazy thing to do. I think it's disgusting. I mean, they can make you look like a pig, like a womanizer. It's like, how do you think hoes become hoes? Because they like sex with one dude? No, because they like sex with a bunch of dudes who they want to be with. And who do you have sex with? A dude. They're not doing it by themselves. It's a mindset. It's what they like to do with the guys they want to be with. So I just think it's this whole disgusting attitude that men have nowadays of that we can be the slut makers, like Jesse Lee Peterson would say, and the sluts are all the problem. It's like, how do you think the sluts become sluts? The men lead.
Yeah.
The men lead, and the women follow their lead. That's how it works, not the other way around. Now, do you want to give advice to Logan and say, yeah, look, dude, you don't want to date her. She's been through around it. She's just, she's not the type of, if you're looking for a woman that's going to raise your children in a nice way, that's not it. That's fine. Say it. That's it. That's it. But don't go saying, haha, you married a hoe. That's what you get. That's foul. That's foul.
Right.
I just think that's wrong. Yeah, that's my.
Yeah, I mean, I never had a problem with Logan Paul wanting to marry her. I never had a problem with that.
Who gives a shit?
My only problem, yeah, like if that's what they want, that's what they want. My problem was that the fact that you decided to take your brother's, sloppy second. That's what kind of creeps me out. That's that one thing. If you want to marry that girl, go for it. It's you. It's your life. But then like everyone, like what you said with the reptile stuff, it's like they're being very nosy about it, and they're being too much about it as well.
Yeah. They're
Yeah, actually, yeah, yeah, I don't want to go into a different topic when it comes to reptiles.
It's really this. Yeah, we can discuss that another day. But it's like, look, it's just not right what they're saying now. I think what Dillon Danis is doing is kind of over the top. But I'm just here for the ride. You know, I'm here for the ride. I paid for my ticket, so I'm here for the ride.
I'm actually surprised that you're interested in this whole drama because
Because he keeps baiting
you would
me.
not like it.
I don't give a shit about Logan Paul. I don't give a shit about him. I could care less. But he keeps baiting me. He keeps Dillon Danis. Stop tweeting these things. You keep pulling me back in. I don't want to be pulled in, but he's doing it. I
No,
don't
it's
want
funny,
to.
but he's doing it to play mind games. But he's also putting it out. He's also trying to make fun of Logan Paul.
Stop playing the mind games. I don't want to follow them. I don't want to follow them. Keep going. I don't want to follow them. I do.
Right.
He said he's gonna post it if he got 15 million. So I'm just like, hey, I'm one of the 15 million. Go for it. Post
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh,
He kept
shit.
saying it. He's gonna post it. And then like yesterday, he said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyways. So now I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the photo that's gonna put you in jail, apparently. Because that's what he said. I have someone so bad it's gonna put me in jail. I'm waiting.
Probably new things.
I'm looking at
guessing
his
it's
thing
new
right
things.
now.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's new things.
Oh my god, he posted one about Logan's mom hanging with Nina too much. Now the mom is twerking. No!
Oh my god.
Twerking against the wall. Stop it. Stop it. No. He's posting shit about his dad. Oh shit. Logan and Jake Paul stay silent after accusations of father Greg Paul with underage girls. Video evidence. He says he has video evidence of the dad fucking young girls. Holy shit. Stop teasing me. Naughty, Dennis. Dhillon, stop teasing me.
What are you
Stop
doing?
teasing me. He's teasing me. Stop the foolishness.
This guy's about to become a Dillon Danis fan, man.
I'm here for the beef. I'm here for the drama. That's what I'm all about. I'm here for it.
Yeah, he's bored in life. He's getting sick and tired at home.
I'm at the barbecue. I'm here. I'm at the barbecue. I got the grill open. It's on. The charcoal is on lit. I'm here for the beef. I'm here for the beef.
You're not gonna bite me?
What?
You're not gonna bite me? I'm hungry.
Yeah, everyone's invited. We're all watching this. Me and the other. He only has 671,000 followers.
Yeah, he's not big like that.
Well, me and all of them are here for it. You're also here. We're all here for it. Oh, you're not even a
He
follower.
only got popular off on McGregor.
You're not even following him yet. What is this foolishness? No, he keeps
Who do you got? Who do you got on the fight? It's like Tommy Fury.
Tommy Fury.
Tommy Fury? Yeah,
Yeah.
Tommy Fury for sure.
Yeah, he has one. He did another one today. He says, James Charles, come forward about that night with Jake Paul. We'll cover the cost if he sues you for breaking the NDA. James Charles. You don't know who that is?
No, I know who that is. I just thought it was like a weird tweet.
Apparently he had a night with Jake Paul. He's going out to Jake Paul now. Ooh. He keeps doing this.
And I like it.
He keeps doing this to me. Stop teasing me. Stop teasing me. Naughty.
Who do you think is gonna win the fight? Dillon Danis or Logan Paul?
Oh, Logan Paul.
Logan Paul?
I think Logan Paul. I don't like Logan. I'm not a
Wait.
fan of him, but I just think he's just not going to get there. I mean,
How tall is Dillon?
yeah, there's a photo of Khabib trying to fly kick Danis post fight.
Oh, that was a huge little riot.
Because someone
After
posted
the fight.
something here, said that someone posted and Dhillon retweeted it. People forget Dillon's trash talk is so good that he made someone mentally strong as Khabib sacrifice a year of his prime from suspension and potentially could have lost his title just to try to fly kick Danis post fight live on PPV. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Okay, Dillon is only 6'B", and he's
Yeah,
30 years
no,
old.
he's not gonna win.
The fuck, this dude's from Parsippany.
Dhillon,
This from Jersey, Parsippany. I didn't know
look
that.
at this. No, you can't see it. Look at this photo. Can you see it? No, you can't see it.
He lives like 30, 40 minutes away from us.
Is this photo of
Yo, we should say hi to him.
Oh shit, Dr. Oz too? Oh shit.
How tall is he's probably 6'2", 6'4". Logan.
And Adam Sandler? Brad Pitt?
What do you want about?
I'm looking at all the photos. I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at it all.
Oi, stick to the topic.
This is the topic. Me getting teased by Dillon Danis.
I guess the Logan's 6'2", and then Dhillon is 6.
No, I just don't think Dillon
So,
is. You said it, man. He's not a striker. He's better at jiu-jitsu. I just don't. I think, and Logan is stronger. He has more experience. I think he can. I think Logan can stick around in the ring for more rounds, and I think he can exhaust Dillon. Dillon's just. I just think so. I just think, and I also think this is not hurting him. I don't think this is making Logan weaker. I think it's making him angry.
no, it's not. Yeah,
The show. He's gonna be more motivated to take him out because I think that's what he wants. But unfortunately for Logan, Dhillon already won.
That's Twitter, yeah.
That's just the reality. He won already. He's beating you. You're done. You can win in the ring, but he beat you outside of it, and that's really what matters at the end of the day. Because you just look like an embarrassment now. You just do. You're embarrassing.
Mhm. Yeah, if you ever seen like Dillon Danis play, you probably know what I'm talking about. I'm not saying like he doesn't know how to strike. Dude can strike.
No. But it's just not a fair match against Logan.
Yeah, no.
Not to say that he's gonna get mauled by him, but maybe now he is. Maybe now he is.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not gonna be like a huge landslide. No,
Well, maybe now
I think they'll brawl out, but I think Logan might.
Well, maybe now it's not gonna be anymore. Maybe not anymore. Maybe Logan's just gonna come out and try to knock him out.
Maybe.
Maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe he's
know.
gonna get him. Maybe he's getting to him in that way. Not that he's gonna be scared, but like just overly aggressive.
Yeah, but I definitely do have Tommy Fury winning, and then Logan for sure.
Yeah, I got Tommy Fury winning too. I just think that's
Right.
I just got him.
Now when you look at KSI and Tommy Fury,
I'm also not a KSI fan, so
I was never a KSI fan. I find him so annoying.
yeah, agree.
He was insanely annoying. Especially his laugh, the way he laughs.
Oh,
KSI's only
there's
5'9".
no point to him. There's no point.
Now when you look at Tommy Fury has the experience. Dude's from
Yes.
a Fury clan, so
Yeah, they're the same height.
Tyson
They're the
Fury.
same height, but they're the same height. But
oh yeah, pretty much.
I think Tommy's probably stronger.
We seen his shoulders? Way bigger than
Oh my
KSI.
god, he's a big dude.
Yeah, Fury's shoulders are massive.
Yeah, now KSI is obviously like shredded, but I just think that I think Tommy packs has more strength. I think he has more raw power.
He has more raw power. His jabs are really good though. If anything, if KSI needs to watch out, he needs to watch out his jabs. His jab's gonna be a huge problem for sure.
Right.
Not his knockout power, just his jabs. His jabs are gonna be pretty annoying. But yeah, Tommy Fury for sure. I like the part how KSI wanted to play Tommy Fury for like 6 rounds, but then when Tommy and Jake Paul fought, they fought for 8 rounds.
Right.
Tommy was like, me and Jake Paul fought for 8 rounds. You want to fight for 6? And then KSI said, we'll make it 4. We'll make it 4. Meaning like he's gonna knock out Atomic Fury in 4 rounds.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
And like when you think about it, you probably like I know you don't see like any of the YouTube boxing shit. You probably have the clips, but
Yeah, clips really. I don't really watch the full thing.
KSI fought no one, just tomato cans, like pretty much nobody.
That's
He
what I was
hasn't
about to
fought.
say to you. That's actually what I was gonna say to you later.
He hasn't fought no one since like Logan Paul. That's it.
I was about
Like
to ask you
that
that.
was his equal.
I was about to ask you that because I feel like Tommy obviously has a record here. I was to ask you like who has KSI fought since Paul? It's like not like I don't remember any fights.
KSI and that Logan and KSI. That's the equal.
That
The
was
rest
his
of them
last
straight
fight.
bumps. And then I don't remember the guy's last fight. I don't really watch his fights like that. But
Like his real that was like his last real fight.
there was what?
That was his last like real actual like competitive fight. Him versus
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah.
Yeah, and then you got the other boxers.
No, it's not real.
There was also like one night where he fought twice, and he kept mentioning about that moment. It's like, dude, you fought both of them, but there were nobody. Nobody
He
know who
fought
they are.
me. He fought me twice.
Yeah, he got your ass whooped.
Yeah, he whooped my ass. I'm too busy getting
Shut the
teased
fuck
by
up.
Dillon Danis, though.
Yo, we should box one, man.
We should box him.
No, me and you should box.
But I'm too busy getting teased by Dillon Danis.
What is faggot?
This is hilarious. I keep watching more of these.
Don't ever say that again, you faggot.
I keep saying it because he's teasing me. You're teasing me,
Yeah,
bruh.
Tommy's 24. Oh wow, he was still young. Crazy.
Yeah, Tommy's young. Tommy's young, man. Tommy's young.
And then when you look at Logan, past fighting, all he fought was KSI twice and then Floyd Mayweather. And I remember that time. Remember that time when he said to Jake Paul, like, "I'm getting sick and tired of you like pulling, fighters like away from me." He's like, "I wanted to fight those. I wanted to fight the Diaz and Atomic Fury, but I gave it to you." Jake Paul was like, "I didn't ask for permission for you to give it to me. Like, the reason why they want to fight me is because I'm active."
Yeah.
And then Logan was trying to say that the reason why they're picking you is because you're the weak one. And at that point, dude, it's like you're shitting on your own brother, man.
Yeah.
Your own little brother. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's
how far are we in the recording?
Way too over. Yeah, we're gonna end it here. Because yeah, it was a good episode, guys. So again, like, subscribe, hit that notification button. If you want more, check out our Patreon, patreon.com/for the Republic at number 4 for the Republic, patreon.com/for the Republic. Check us out there. Subscribe, only $5 a month. And all right, well, I guess me and the Cholo, we're out. See you next episode. Bye, guys.
Stay racist, y'all.
Okay.